Great. Okay, cool. All right. Hi, welcome everybody. It's always good to see you all. Happy Tuesday. We're doing a different format today. Don't worry, I'll walk you through it, but we're going to do a pretty good warm up before we jump into all of that. Only equipment that you're going to need today is a set of weights. In fact, let me just make sure before I say this. Really, all you need is a light set of weights. Today is a bit more cardio based. So yeah, just one set of weights and a lighter set of weights will do. I've got my soup cans as always, but whatever works for you. Oh, in fact, this just reminded me. Um, Claudia, do you have the noodle? Okay, so Claudia had an awesome idea at the end of last time, and I just want to give this option for people. For those of you that either it's hard for you to grip, or it's hard for you to like grab onto weights and press the weights up overhead.
There.
Yeah, Claudia, keep holding that. I'm just going to put the spotlight on you. Hang on one sec. Um, Replace spotlight. There we go. Okay. So hopefully people can see Claudia. She's holding up right now a yellow noodle, the kind of noodle, not the kind you eat, the kind that you, yes. And isn't that a good workout? You're going to have to hold that up as I explain it. It's the kind of noodle that you see like kids play with in a pool. Um,
Mm,
so it's maybe a foot 2 feet long, and she's squeezing it between her two wrists. Yeah, and Claudia, you can relax.
thank you.
So this is phew. Okay, I'm gonna put the spotlight back on me. So this is a really good alternative for folks with grip strength or who have a hard time lifting a weight overhead because you're having to squish the noodle in between your wrists or in between your hands. So yeah, it's just a good alternative. I'm always holding up my soup cans. I like to keep it no heavier than a soup can just because I'm teaching all the time. But things like, like that noodle that she was just holding up, or the red rubber ball from Move United that's on the lighter side. But the noodle is is really good because it's wide enough for her shoulders and her hands, and she can squeeze it so it's got some compressibility, and it's a challenge to keep it between her wrists and then lift it overhead. Anyway, just a really creative alternative I wanted to highlight if folks are needed a different modification for some of the overhead stuff. Okay, cool. I think that is it. Just a couple more reminders before we get going. As always, I care more about your form than I do your speed or how much weight you're lifting. So please move at your own pace and listen to your body. Take care of your body. Alrighty. I'll have you come to a standing or seated grounded position of some sort. We'll just start with our body scan here. So we'll close the eyes. We'll start by coming to the breath. And just taking an overall, just a really overall scan of your body today. How does your head and neck feel? How do your shoulders and your torso feel? If you can sense the lower body down into the feet, how does that area feel? Overall, how is your energy? How grounded do you feel? How centered do you feel? I want you to set your intention for class today. It could be as specific or as general as you'd like. And then I want you to feel a part of you that is somehow connected to the ground. That could be your back, maybe leaning against your chair. It could be your sit bones. It could be your knees. It could be your feet or your hands. And just feeling that part of you getting grounded, being connected to the floor. Breathe into that. We'll take one more inhale, one more exhale, and we'll open the eyes. Okay. Palms are going to face forward. We'll bring the arms up overhead, spreading the fingers if you can. And then go ahead and just take a nice dive forward as low as you can. Touching the ground if you're able to. Inhale, and then exhale, peel yourself back up. Yeah, at the very top, push the chest forward. Look up at the sky. Yep, we're just going to do 2 more of those. Exhale, diving and articulating down. Inhale at the bottom and exhale, roll up. Lifting at the top, pushing the chest forward, maybe even pulling the wrists back, and then diving forward one last time. Inhale at the bottom and exhale to roll up. Good, coming all the way up. Last lift here, pushing the chest forward, wrists back. And then go ahead and grab your elbows so your arms are framing the head. If that's hard for you to do, we can always cross the arms over the chest. And you're going to take a side bend to the left and a side bend to the right. Side bend left and side bend right. Seeing if you can move a little bit more into each of those side bends as you go. If you need your hands for balance or on your chair, you can leave your hands down too. But just going a little bit lower, a little bit bigger. Breathing into the open side. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Good, and coming to the center. Okay, you're gonna reach both hands forward as if you were reaching for something really far in front of you, and then pull it into your chest. Yep. You're gonna reach back behind you to your left as if you were reaching for something, and then pull it into your chest. So it's kind of like a rotation and a reach. Reach back behind you to your right and pull it into your chest. Reach forward and pull in. Reach left and behind you and pull in. Reach right behind you and pull in. And I'm kind of keeping my hands together as I do this. It makes it a little harder. You can always separate the hands if you need to. Reaching left behind you. Reaching right behind you. And then reaching to the center. I'm going to do that one more time. Reaching left, reaching right, and then reaching center. Okay, good. Bringing the arms all the way up overhead, clapping the palms together, and then you're going to lean forward, and if you can, clap the hands behind your back. Yep. Clap the hands up overhead, clap behind your back as your upper body dives forward. Up overhead, behind your back. So you can let your back round when you clap behind your back. Starting to pick up that pace a little bit. Behind you, overhead. Behind you, overhead. Picking up the pace a little bit more. And if it's hard for you to clap behind you, I just want you to tap your chair behind you. Or tap anything that's sitting behind you. We're gonna go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Leave the arms up. Interlace the fingers if you can. We'll push the palms up. Otherwise, just reaching up. We're going to come into another set of side bends. Side bend left, Side bend right. You can cross the arms over the chest as well. Side bend left, side bend right, left, and right. One more each way. And right, good. And then arms come out into a T. We'll go palms facing down and just finding a little bit of rib translation. So keeping shoulders and ribs parallel with the floor, gliding the ribs left and gliding the ribs right. Most of our movement in this circuit today is kind of in the front of your body. So I just wanted to make sure we get some side body movement before we jump into this circuit. Good. And then I want you to move a little bit quicker, almost as if you were like in the middle of this tug of war. So you make the movement a little bit shorter, moving left, right, for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and give yourself a big hug. You're going to roll down towards your right knee, touching your elbows to your knee if they can reach them, and then rolling back up. Rolling down towards your left knee, elbows tap the left knee, and then back up. Rolling towards the right knee and tap. Rolling towards the left knee and tap. Yeah, one more each side here. Right knee. And then left knee. Good. Arms come out into a T again. Palms are forward. Just finding a few hip or seated hip hinges. So leaning forward with a flat back and then pulling yourself up. If you need to have your hands on your hips, you could do that too. And for my standing athletes, you're just going to be doing a standing hip hinge. So feet are about hip distance apart. Hinging forward, keeping that back flat, pelvis neutral, and then pulling yourself back up. If you want to make it harder, you can bring the arms more overhead to a Y or an overhead position, doing the same movement, leaning forward and then pulling yourself back up. And if you want to make it easier, you could just have your hands on your lap. Yeah, you're going to do 4 more. Mm-hmm. 2 more. And last one. Awesome. All right, we're going to increase our body heat here a little bit. So let's come right into our running arms. So elbows stay bent at 90 degrees, just pumping the arms right, left, right, left, right, left. The fists or your hands shouldn't come higher than your shoulders. So you're keeping the arms low, the elbows tucked into the side. So remember, this is different from a punch forward where you reach forward with the arm because the elbows stay bent the whole time. And you're just moving from the torso. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to reach. Doesn't matter which arm is forward or which arm is back. Just reach one arm in front of you, one arm behind you. Yeah, and I really want you to reach all the way out through the fingers or the wrists if you can. Shift your body weight forward, shift your body weight back. Shift your body weight forward, shift your body weight back. Keep your arms in that reaching position forward and back. Shift forward, shift back. One more. Shift forward, shift back. Come back to the center, go right into running arms. And if you're standing, you're doing the same movements with us. Okay, for 3, 2, 1. So make sure you switch arms so you've got the other arm forward. Okay, so one arm forward, one arm back, really reaching through those 2 oppositional directions. Shift the body weight forward, shift the body weight back. Shift the body weight forward, shift back. Shift forward. If you're standing, you could be rocking from heels to toes, just to challenge your balance a little bit more. And then come back to the center and running arms. Good, we're gonna do this a little quicker now. So go ahead and stop when you're in the opposite arm in front. Shift forward, shift back. Forward, back. One more. Forward, back, and running arms. Seeing if you can pick up the speed now. Stop when the other arm is forward. Shift forward, shift back. Shift forward, shift back. Last one, forward, back, and back to running arms. Good, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Go ahead and shake out the arms. You could shake out the legs if you're standing. Okay. Let's jump right into this today. Sure. Okay, here. Great. Okay. So if you're having a hard time reading the board, Sarah Dawn has so kindly posted the workout in the chat box, so you can check that out too. So we're doing just a different style format today. So this is called a pyramid, how I have this set up. I'm just going to read it through just so it makes sense, and then I'll go back and explain how to do each exercise, although I think most of you know these already. So this is going to be for time. So the circuit's going to be 18 minutes. You're moving at your own pace. The first exercise is 10 burpees, then 20 reverse flies, then 30 jumping jacks, then 40 running arms or high knees, and then you work back down the pyramid. Or I'm sorry, this isn't a pyramid, this is a ladder. Oh my gosh. I knew something was off when I wrote pyramid today, and I'm like, something's off. This is a ladder, everybody. This is a ladder, because we're going up and down the ladder. You get it. Okay, and then we go, sorry, okay, so we left off 40 running arms, and then we're going back down the ladder, 30 jumping jacks, 20 reverse flies, 10 burpees. And then you would just go right through that again. So I have 10 burpees in the beginning and 10 burpees at the end. When you're going through this circuit, you only need to do the 10 burpees once, and then you would jump right back into the 20 reverse flies. But if you're feeling very adventurous today, then you could do 2 sets of the 10 burpees. It's totally up to you. Okay. And then you're just climbing up the ladder, climbing down the ladder, and you're just going through. Same idea as all of the other times. Count how many rounds you get through. One round being burpees all the way up the ladder and down the ladder. That would be one round. Okay, and again, for new folks, and just to make sure we know how to do all of these, I'm going to run through these. So burpees for my seated athletes. You have a couple of options here. So you can hinge forward with a flat-ish back, and you're just trying to touch as low as you can. That's going to either be your knees or it can be the floor. Sitting back up again, and then clapping the hands overhead, okay? Tapping the knees or the floor, and then sitting up quickly and tapping overhead, and you're just trying to go as fast as you can. Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna say this. For seated athletes that feel pretty good and are feeling good in their shoulders, don't have any shoulder pinchiness going on, try to do the 2 sets of 10 burpees. For standing athletes, do whatever you'd like, but it might make more sense to just stay with 1 set of 10 burpees. Okay. For my standing athletes, you also have a couple of options here. So if you're unable to get down to the floor, you're just gonna roll down to the floor, touching your fingertips to the ground or as low to the ground as you can. You can tap your knees if that makes more sense. And then reaching overhead for a clap. Okay, so tapping the floor and then clapping overhead. If you are able to get down on the floor, make sure I have enough room here. Bringing the hands down, stepping or hopping the feet back. Doing a push-up, you can touch your chest to the floor. Again, if you're feeling really adventurous. step or hop the feet back in, and then as you clap the hands overhead, you jump into the air. Simultaneous jump and clap. Okay, second exercise, reverse fly. This will look, upper body will look the same for seated and standing athletes. So grabbing your lighter set of weights, finding a flat back hinge forward and weights dangling down. Remember to keep a slight bend in your elbows here as you open the arms up into the fly. The key here, so my palms are facing in towards each other the whole time. The key here is for engagement of those muscles in between your shoulder blades. Okay, so I don't want the arms to go way back here because then the shoulders start to roll inward. So you're only pulling the arms back to, so they're about in line with your shoulders. If doing these single arm makes more sense for you, you're going to have one hand on the thigh, just doing single arm to give you that support. You can also have a pillow stacked in front of you if you need, and you would just be doing 10 on each side. For my standing athletes, you're going to do just something slightly different. You're going to be doing a staggered stance. It just shifts the weight. It has a slightly different weight shift in your hips than we've done before. So you're going to do same movement with the upper body. So I'm hinged forward, but I have more weight on my front leg. I'm going to do 10, and then I'm going to switch my feet, and then I'm going to do the other 10. Yeah, that looks good. I see some people doing that. Okay, third exercise, jumping jacks. So for seated athletes, no weights for this. If you do want to do weights, you could do small weights. I won't be doing any weights. So you're just going as quick as you can, arms up, arms down, clapping the hands overhead. Yeah, and really, really going for speed here. If bringing the arms all the way up overhead doesn't make sense for you, you can also bring the arms more in front of the body for any shoulder issues or anything else going on. Make sure I'm not missing anything there. Okay, great. For standing one more option. For my seated athletes with movement in their legs, if you'd like to add the leg movement, so the legs will jump out as the arms go up overhead, and then everything comes back in together. Legs jump out as arms come overhead, everything comes back in. Yeah. For standing athletes, same idea. So you can either hop or jump your feet out as the arms come up, and then everything comes back into that dart position. And you're just going as quick as you can. If jumping doesn't make sense for you, you can either just do kind of a little bounce coming from the knees, bounce as the arms come up and as they come down, or you can even step the feet out and then step the feet back in. Okay, so whatever makes more sense for you. You are doing 30 jumping jacks. Next one is 40 running arms. So just like we did in warm up, keeping the elbows at a 90-degree bend and not letting your hands go too much higher than your shoulders. And you're just pumping the arms like you are trying to sprint the fastest race of your life. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Keeping the elbows tight. So no chicken arms here, elbows tight, and you're just pumping the arms quickly. For my seated athletes with movement in their legs, you also can add in the legs for this part. So opposite knee and hand will lift together. And same idea, you're just trying to go as quick as you can. For standing athletes, you're going to be doing high knees. So same movement, but the knee comes up. So it's about at the level of your level of your hip. Or if that's unrealistic for you, just kind of lifting the foot off the ground. If a stepping movement makes more sense for you, you can do this option too. worried about balance, you can always do this in a door frame. Okay, let me make sure I'm not missing anything there. Awesome. Okay, so then you just work your way back down the ladder. 30 jumping jacks, 20 reverse flies, and 10 burpees. So you've got 18 minutes to do this. Remember how many ladders you get through. Remember, this whole set is one ladder. Seated athletes try to do both sets of burpees. Standing athletes maybe do one set of burpees a second if you can. Okay, awesome. Are we ready? You'll have to let me know how you like this one. Okay, I'm going to start you all off and then I'm going to get the music going. So let me get my timer. So you are starting with 10 burpees and then you're going into 20 reverse flies. 10 burpees into 20 reverse flies. All right, on your marks, get set and go. 10 burpees, everybody, 10 burpees. I'm going to join you in just a second here.
On s'est rencontrés, j'avais pas levé, j'avais tout.
just as a reminder, the running arms is 40 on each arm. So right, left, 1, right, left, 2. And same with high knees. Okay, keep going, everybody. Keep going. You're about 4.5 minutes in.
And Black women often feel underestimated. Now, I wanted us to be proud of not only the show, but the process. Proud of the struggle. Thankful for the beauty that comes with a painful history, and rejoice in the pain, rejoice in the imperfections and the wrongs that are so damn right. And I wanted everyone to feel grateful for their curves, their sass, their honesty, thankful for their freedom.
My baby's always dancing and wouldn't be a bad thing, but I don't get no loving, and that's no lie. We spent the night in Frisco at every kind of disco. From that night I kissed our love goodbye. But don't blame it on the sunshine, don't blame it on the moonlight, don't blame it on the good times, blame it on the boogie. Don't blame it on the sunshine, don't blame it on the moonlight, I don't blame it on the good times, blame it on the boogie. That nasty boogie bugs me, but somehow it has drugged me. Spellbound rhythm gets me on my feet. I changed my life completely, I seen the lightning lead me. My baby just can't take her eyes off me. I don't blame it on the sunshine, I don't blame it on the moonlight, I don't blame it on the good times, blame it on the boogie. Don't you blame it on the sunshine, don't blame it on the moonlight, I don't blame it on the good times, blame it on the boogie. Woo! I just can't control my feet. 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 The sunshine, I don't blame it on the moonlight, I don't blame it on the good times, I blame it on the boogie. I don't blame it on the sunshine, I don't blame it on the moonlight, I don't on the good times, I blame it on the boogie. This magic music brews me, that dirty rhythm fools me. The devil's got them to me. Through this dance, I'm full of funky fever. A fire burns inside me. Boogie's got me in a super trance. I don't blame it on the sunshine, I don't blame it on the moonlight, I don't blame it on the good times, I blame it on the boogie. Don't you blame it on the sunshine, don't blame it on the moonlight, don't blame it on the good times, I blame it on the boogie. Sunshine, moonlight, yeah, good times, boogie. You just got the sunshine, yeah, moonlight, good times, boogie. Don't you blame it, sunshine. You just got the moonlight. You just wanna good times, yeah. Oh, blame it on yourself, sunshine. Ain't nobody's fault but yours and that boogie. All night long, yours and that boogie. Ain't nobody's fault but yours and that boogie. Dancing all night long, blame it on yourself. Ain't nobody's fault but yours and that boogie.
Okay, you're almost halfway. You're 8.5 minutes in. You've got about 9 minutes left.
We gonna ride till we fall. They say we got no future at all. They wanna keep us out, can't hold us down anymore. We gonna ride till we fall. When we hit the bottom, nothing gonna stop us. Climb to the top with you. We could be the greatest ones who never made it. Yeah, I could be talking to you. They tryna hate, but we won't change anything at all. Oh, we gonna ride till we fall. But what they don't know is we don't care. We're gonna keep it on going till we can't go no more. We're gonna rise till we fall. Yeah. When we hit the bottom, nothing gonna stop us. Climb to the top, you know. We could be the greatest ones who never made it. Yeah, I could be talking to you. They tryna hate, but we won't change anything at all. We gonna rise till we fall. They think we just dropped out, living at our mom's house. Parents must be so proud, they know it all. No, they don't speak our language. They say we're too savage. Yeah, no, we don't give up anymore. We gonna rise till we fall. Gonna rise till we fall. No, they don't speak our language. They say we're too savage. Yeah, no, we don't give up anymore. We gonna rise. We gonna rise.
You're 12 minutes in. You've got 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left, everyone. Keep it up.
Nobody here knocking at my door. The sound of silence I can't take anymore. Nobody ringing my telephone now. Oh, how I miss such a beautiful sound. And I don't even know how I survive. I won't make it to the shore without your light. No, I don't even know if I'm alive. Oh, without you now, this is what it feels like. Nothing to hold but the memories and frames. Oh, they remind me of the battle I face. Without your love, without you, I drown. Somebody save me, I'm going down. And I don't even know how I survive. I won't make it to the shore without your light. No, I don't even know if I'm alive. Oh, without you now, this is what it feels like. And I don't even know how I survive. I wanna make it down the road with one headlight. No, I don't even know if I'm alive. Oh, without you now, this is what it feels like.
Just one more reminder, you've got 3 more minutes, everybody. Try to stay out of your shoulders. So I'm just saying this tendency of a lot of these shoulders to kind of creep up. It's okay if the hands don't clap overhead. It's okay if you have to modify a little bit. Just make sure that we're not overdoing it in your upper traps, the very top of your shoulders. So if you need to modify or anything like that, please do that as opposed to compensating. Okay, you've got 2 minutes left. I know these 18 minutes. It's long. It's a slog. 2 minutes left, everybody. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Saying don't you worry, it's all in good time, no need to hurry. So don't you worry, baby, don't you worry, baby, don't you worry, baby. We're on the train now, here on the track the diesel's humming. You better watch out, you gotta know the beat you're drumming. Didn't you know, didn't you know, didn't you know, didn't you know now?
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Good work, everybody. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Go ahead and grab some water. Take a breather, catch your breath. When you get a second, feel free to type into the chat box how many ladders you got through. Not pyramids, but ladders, geometry. That was a lot. That was a lot of arms. So yes. I hope you're all doing okay. There was something else I was going to say. Yeah, so feel free to type in the chat box or shout out, and then we'll jump into a cool down in just a minute or so. I know the reverse flies. Yeah, I dropped my weights after the first round and just was using my hands. Peter got two whole ladders. Kenzie 3.5. Nice work. Amanda 3. Yeah, nice, Bonnie. 4.3 ladders. I love the exactness. Seated legs. Yeah, awesome, awesome. Claudia 3 ladders. Cool. Nice work, everybody. Nancy 2.5. Nice work, Nancy. All right. Feel free to keep adding those. But I'm just going to have you come back to a grounded position. Okay, let's give the shoulders just a little bit of love here. So I want you to roll the shoulders down and back. And you're going to tilt the head to the left. Or sorry, to the right. And I want you thinking about really opening up that left side of the neck. So tractioning that shoulder down. Just hold that for a second. Nothing needs to be forced here. You'll know when you feel the stretch. And then I want you to point your nose down towards your right armpit. Keep that neck tilted and now point your nose slightly up at the ceiling. If you've got hardware in your neck, you might want to skip this one. And then point the nose down at your armpit. Nose to the ceiling. So when you point to the ceiling, you should be feeling that kind of more through the front side of your neck. And then come all the way back to the center. Good. Do a few shoulder rolls to reset. Okay. Roll the shoulders down and back. Tilt the head to the left. Make sure your nose stays pointed forward to start. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then point the nose down at your armpit. And then up at the sky. Down at your armpit. Up at the sky. Sorry, if you've got hardware in your neck, you're just going to be doing these movements from your spine as opposed to your neck. So you're just in a full side bend position from your spine. Doing the same movements we are though, but just keeping it out of the neck. Okay. Bring the nose so it's facing back to the center. Bring everything back to an upright position. Roll the shoulders. Good. I want you to tuck the chin into the chest and just find a slow, heavy roll down to the floor. Take a couple of breaths at the bottom. And then slowly peel yourself back up. Alrighty, we'll close the eyes. Coming back to your breath. And just taking that really overall general scan. How the upper body feels right now. How the lower body feels right now. How your energy is. Find a part of you that can connect and ground either down through the chair or down through the floor. Just letting that part of you be really heavy. Go ahead and think of one thing you're grateful for today. We'll take one more inhale, one more exhale, and we'll open the eyes. All righty. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. As always, I'll stick around for questions if anyone has questions. A big shout out to Move United for continuing to sponsor this class. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Move United. But as always, we very graciously accept any and all donations. So if you're feeling like you can make a donation, Sarah Dawn will post that down in the chat box. Cool, thank you, everybody. Just one other announcement. I'm teaching another workshop this Thursday. Yes, this Thursday for NorCal SCI. The name of the workshop is Strong Neck, Strong Core. So this is all about the neck. This is geared